What's going on, everybody? My name is Jay Seals. Welcome back to the Trader Shop. And today is going to be a little bit of a different type of video. I'm not going to do a trade recap, but instead, well, at least for the day, but I'm going to talk about this past week that I had, including Monday, and kind of where I'm at psychologically with trading, and also the recaps and, all this other stuff. So hopefully, if you've been struggling with your trading, this will really help you because I don't know, maybe getting some things off my chest will also help me as well. So if you guys have been in the live streams, or if you've just been watching the videos I've been posting recently, it's been a little rough. I've had a lot of red days lately. All last week, actually, was pretty much red for me. And then I tried to turn the corner on Monday, and that day was red too. Actually, embarrassingly red. I mean, I hit max loss on one of my accounts, just a combine, but still max loss. And then in another account, I blew it. It only had, like, I don't know, $400 left, but still doesn't really matter. It was blown. And yeah, it was tough. Monday was a really, really rough day for me. And it's hard to admit that, publicly on YouTube, because trading is, it's a personal journey, right? Because we're all personally trying to grow, get better. And the charts definitely bring out some of your worst flaws, but it's a little bit more amplified when you do it on YouTube. And, it's like, I want to portray myself as being, a really good trader. But at the same time, like, I have my flaws. We have, we all have red days or red weeks or, whatever. And I know I'm not alone in that, but it feels that way, right? When I have to come on to YouTube and make a video about it, it's very hard to discuss. And, sometimes I take that with me into the next trading day, right? And what I mean by that is, okay, I just made a video where I was, red $500. And now today I know I have to make another video, and I don't want to be red again. So now I'm going to be super, super picky about what trades I take. And, that will end up causing me fear in my trading, because I don't want to have to post another video where I'm red. I don't want to have to post another video where I look like a bad trader, or, where I feel like there's criticism pointed at me, even though, there might not be, or there might be, I can't control that. But at the same time, that's how it feels. And I invite that on myself. I'm not going to lie, because I'm not obligated to post it, right? But I think it's important that maybe going through my own journey, it might help, somebody else who has been struggling as of late, or, this entire time, to say, okay, you know what? I'm not alone. This person is struggling too at the moment. And, hopefully, as I get out of this slump, it will encourage somebody not to quit, right? Shout out to Hobbs, because he said one thing the other day in the Discord that for him, it was the hardest point of time trading ended up being the time that was also the turnaround at the end of the line, right? And I'm going through a very, very tough time, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. And, that's why community is so important. I'm not trying to publicize the Discord or anything, but that's why, having somebody to talk to about trading and keep you in the game and pick you up when you're down, or a group of people, is very, very important, because trading is, it can be very, very lonely, and it can feel like you're the only one going through some of the stuff. And it's very hard to talk about, especially when you have a big ego like me, that, you don't want to seem like you're weak, or seem like, you can't do it. And there's just so many emotions that you go through, and you almost have to, humble yourself. And that's something that I'm definitely working on, humbling myself, understanding that it's okay to be wrong. And, it's okay for the market to prove you wrong, because if the market proves you wrong, you're just wrong. There's nothing you can do about it, right? For that particular trade. It doesn't mean that you can't do something about it for the next trade and find a better setup, but that trade is over with, and I think a lot of times, at least for myself, I carry that over, and then it ends up becoming a cycle. First, on Thursday, I took an amazing setup. I was short, and it was on a retracement where sometimes I don't feel comfortable taking the retracements, but it was a really good setup. It fit all of my criteria, and I got scared that I was in the wrong direction. Instead of just letting the market prove to me that I was wrong and being okay with the loss, I got scared because I didn't want to lose any money, and it didn't matter, what size I was in or anything like that. It was just an ego thing of not wanting to take a loss and be wrong, and then only to watch the market, drop considerably fast to where I was looking to take profit, that's what started the pain, which carried over into Friday. What's even worse is on Friday, I literally had a 200-point move dead to rights, but because I had so much fear in a loss and I didn't want to take a loss, I literally watched a 200-some point move go without me. And I swear to God, that pain of and it wasn't the money. It wasn't the money. It was the fact that I knew what was going to happen, and watching that move happen without me was worse than any loss I've ever taken, no matter what size I was going to be in. That one hurt to my core, right? So it made me reevaluate, what I'm doing and what I need to do to get out of the slump and get back to, having some consistent amount of green days under my belt. So if you're struggling, it's a journey, it's a process. A lot of people come to YouTube and they only show, the fruits of their labor, and they may talk about the struggles and, the hard things that they went through, but they don't show those because they've already been through it. And it's very hard to show those things. It's very personal. And, when you're losing, it just feels like people look at you, a different type of way. You know what I mean? Even though I know everybody takes losses, right? Everybody has bad weeks, bad months, whatever. And it's just about how long you can stay in the game, but it can be very, very difficult. So, I think from now on moving forward, there's some things I'm going to change about the way that I do these recaps and these reviews. One thing is I'm definitely not going to be saying whether I'm in a combine or whether I'm in an express funded account. I'm going to be blocking out all of my P&Ls. I'm not going to be talking about how much money I'm making, how much money I'm losing. And I'm gonna block out basically that top section of Top Step X won't be able to be seen anymore, because it's not so much about the P&L, but it's more so about the setups, right? Because the setups is what makes the P&L, right? The setups is what makes the money. So if you're taking consistent setups over and over and over again, then the money will be there as long as you're being profitable and you're being responsible. So moving forward, that's what I think my plan is. So I'm definitely going to be changing the way that I kind of do these recaps. And so I'll have to kind of play around with that and kind of figure out exactly how I want to do it. But the recaps aren't stopping because they're good for me, right? I think I wanted to quit doing them, to be completely honest, but I think that moving forward, doing them and, being uncomfortable is the only way to get through this situation, right? Getting through the slump, being uncomfortable in trades, being uncomfortable recapping them, right? I think those things are important to becoming comfortable. But to do that though, I got to do it in a way that also protects me from like a mental aspect. So, like I said, I'm definitely going to keep them coming. Hopefully this is helping somebody out there. I know it's helping me. And so, yeah, I will catch you guys on the next recap. Thank you so much for all the support. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Check us out on live every single day, Monday through Friday, starting at 9 a.m. EST. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.